Branimal Farm presents.
Today we're going to talk all about introducing new chickens to your flock. The first thing that you want to consider when introducing chickens to your flock is age and size. So if you're introducing like 8-week-old chickens to chickens that are several years old, there's going to be a significant size difference. So you want to take this into account and make sure that you're keeping an extra close eye on your new chicks, that they're not getting picked on. The second thing that you want to take into account is going to be the ratio of new to old. So let's use the example of 8-week-old chicks getting introduced to a flock of 2-year-olds. If you only have 5 2-year-olds and you introduce, say, 8 or 10 8-week-olds, because you have more of the younger chickens, it's going to be a little bit easier on them than if you were, say, introducing just 1 or 2. The next thing that you want to think about when you're introducing chickens is going to be how to actually introduce them. So there are a couple ways you can do this and be successful. Now, keep in mind, chickens do have a pecking order. You've probably heard this term. And so regardless of how many you add, what age you add, and how you do the adding, you're going to have some level of pecking. So you just keep in mind that that's going to happen. It's normal and it's okay, as long as they are not able to really pick on and single out one single chicken so that it's getting injured. Okay, so the couple of ways we can go about integrating or introducing new chickens to your flock. First is you want to make sure that you give the new chickens plenty of places to run and hide. Like I said, we're going to have pecking. They're going to try to establish who is, top of the hierarchy. So if your new chickens are put into a small coop with your older chickens and it's just a floor and that's it, they're going to get picked on a lot because they don't have anywhere else to go. If you have a nice big run area, if you have a ramp, if you have roosts, if you have tree branches in your run, things like this where your new chickens can go and have a little cubby hole to hide in and get away from the pecking, that's going to be extremely helpful. So the first way to help introduce them is to give them places to go. The second thing you can do is to use what I like to call the look but don't touch method. And you can do this by either having a small dog crate put into your chicken coop, or you can take some chicken wire or other type of fencing and section off part of your coop. Go ahead and put your new additions in that area so your new ones can see your old ones and your old ones can see your new ones, but they can't get at each other. So they're going to, after several days of this, start to kind of adjust to and accept one another, but they're not going to be able to have that bullying and that pecking because there's a barrier separating them. All right, and the third way to introduce your chickens to a new flock is to simply do it at night. So we've found that if you take your new chickens and you wait until everyone has put themselves up on their roost for the night and they're settled in, they're sleeping, take your new chickens out there, put them on the roost with the old chickens, you're still gonna see a little bit of pecking in the morning, but typically it's like the new chickens thought, that they were there, and the old chickens thought they were always there, and everyone gets along pretty well. So these are the ways that you can introduce new chickens to your flock. Make sure, again, that you're taking into account age of the new chickens, how many, what the ratio is, and also the personalities of your chickens. Some chickens are more laid back, some are more high strung, and you probably know your flock. So if you have some that are a little more, they like to bully, or they're a little more high strung, you might need to make this process take a little bit longer. If your chickens are a little more laid back, you might be able to just, put the new chickens in at night and call it a day. If you want to know more about raising chickens, check out the link below.